where Jim got lost. And now we're leaving the old town of Krakow, going alongside the river Vistula toward the west-north. We have to make a small detour to Oświęcim. It's about some 50 miles from here, and after leaving Krakow, we get on a highway in the direction of Katowice, which is a big industrial center. That area is called Silesia. We're rich in raw materials, center of the heavy industry, steel industry. And then going a little detour further to this little town, Auschwitz, which is still a small industrial town. And we're going to visit two memorial sites. Since 1979, are on the list of the World Heritage Sites to remember forever. And this is the goal of maintaining such horrible places to remember. As the Talmud say, those who forget the mistakes of history will be condemned to repeat them, and that will definitely would have happened in the best economic years and during the crisis. It's very easy in Tunaleva to trigger such rage, unhuman rage, which went on rampage during this time.
Konzentrationslager Auschwitz, the Auschwitz concentration camp, was created at the beginning of the Second World War. It existed from 1940 to 1945 and was the largest of all German places of torture and extermination. The first prisoners there were Polish. As of 1941, citizens from other occupied countries of Europe were incarcerated here. A year later, it became the center of the mass murder of Jews. Arbeit macht frei. Work makes you free, a cynical, inhuman, mocking slogan. No one was ever made free through work in the Auschwitz-Birkenau concentration camps, only through death, and death alone. The great majority of those who died in Auschwitz were murdered in the gas chambers, although some found their death in the barracks and elsewhere. Adolf Hitler, the Führer of the German nation, himself called the Jews and Gypsies human dregs. They were to fertilize the great German living space with their ashes. An order of the 29th of January 1943 had whole Gypsy families transported to Auschwitz, where they were placed in Birkenau's section B2E. The Gypsy camp register, which survived the war, held 21,000 names. They died of hunger, cold, and illnesses. The less than 3,000 who survived were gassed.
A tłuszcz się te luźne na egzamin, to szło.
So this is the not so attractive industrial part, socialist communist part of Częstochowa. Probably you will be wondering that such a famous religious town looks like a socialist model town, and also a lot of factories. Actually, it was all built after the war surrounding that small hillock, which is at the outskirts, which is at the edge of the town. dobry. Przepraszam, nie bardzo rozumiem, o co chodzi.
Вот. Это у нас Частохова. Уезжаем, едем в Варшаву. Но до Варшавы еще 3 часа езды. Тут Частохова очень напоминает советский такой домострой. Вот какие дома вот там. Ух. Вон они. Я не знаю, сколько тут. 9 этажей, кажется. Я не успел посчитать. Вроде 9. Да, вот. Ну все.
Kiedy patrzę za siebie w tamte lata, co minęły, kiedy myślę, co przegrałam, a co diabli wzięli, co straciłam z własnej woli, a co przeciw sobie, co wyliczę, to wyliczę. Ale zawsze wtedy powiem, że najbardziej mi żal kolorowych jarmarków, blaszanych zegarków, pieszastych kogucików, baloników na druciku, motyli drewnianych, koników bujanych, cukrowej waty i z piernika chaty. Tyle spraw już mam za sobą, coraz bliżej jesień połowa. Już tak wiele przeszło obok, już jest co żałować. Małym rzeczom zostajemy, w pamiętaniu wierni. Zamiast serca noszę chyba odpustowy piernik, bo najbardziej mi żal kolorowych jarmarków, blaszanych zegarków, pierzastych kogucików, baloników na druciku, motyli drewnianych, koników bujanych, cukrowej waty i z piernika chaty. Kolorowych jarmarków, blaszanych zegarków, pierzastych kogucików, baloników na druciku, motyli drewnianych, koników bujanych, cukrowej waty i z piernika chaty. Kolorowych jarmarków, blaszanych zegarków,
9 сентября, утро. Вид из окна отеля «Рэдисон». Тут кругом такие отели, такие здания, прямо страшное дело. Довольно красиво. А вон этот самый, то, что поляки называют дворец культуры. Но вообще это точно как университет на Ленинских горах или Министерство иностранных дел. Может, русские себе понастроили, думали, что всем остальным это тоже вещь первой необходимости. Вот. Но поляки этого не любят, здание это. Собственно говоря, поляки мало кого вообще любят. Себя-то и то не каждый день. Но это здание не любят точно. Вот это вот улица. Вот что-то ни одного поляка на улице нету. Куда они все подевались, не знаю. Вот это вид прямо на выход из отеля. А нет, вон идет какой-то полосатый. Вон какой-то в полосатом идет на той стороне. Вот, ну все, собственно, это вот все, что можно показать пока.
Named after our Pope, John Paul II. Here in the downtown we can see buildings like residential districts from 60th, like the building here on the left side, and quite modern Warsaw. And a circle to the left. We have offices inside mostly ground floor. We have the restaurants, we have shops. On the right side, maybe if you will walk in the evening direction Folk Gospoda restaurant, you will see the very modern building. We also spy a little bit to see on the right side, yes, with two spires on the roof. This building this year has got the first prize as the best offices building in the world. So something famous, yeah? And here we have the tram line direction, the main railway station, central railway station. And the first lights on the right. So on the left side again, yes. Look, yes, the soil, it's so expensive. So such old buildings they destroy just to build the skyscrapers, yeah? Developing of the city, and very slowly, please hold time. Then we turn to the right, the first building on the right, it will be the financial center. And in a moment you will see again the Palace of Science and Culture. Very interesting history, because till the Warsaw Uprising, so till the 1st August 1944, we had the normal streets on the square, from east to the west. But the Stalin decided to give us a present, so they take away all houses. It was the chance to rebuild, and in 3 years was ready this building. We have inside Congress Hall, we have a palace for the young people, to theaters, we have exhibition centers and offices. In the 30th story, where we had the arcades, there we have the terrace and a nice view over the Warsaw without Palace of Science and Culture. And on the right side we have the again skyscraper work of Daniel Libeskind apartment house, built there, the most expensive apartments there inside. Then on the right side, the first hard rock cafe in Poland, mall, golden terraces. Quite on the right side, in a moment you will see it was not so big as we have now, because the original way is the left side. Very famous before the war, because we had here theaters, cinemas, cabarets. They also used such a name for Warsaw, the Paris of the North. Very interesting building from the pre-war time will be on the left side, the brown one in a new Gothic style, Actually, inside we have the Italian Institute. Also statues. The idea was that on the square, the workers, after hard works at the factories, they had to relax. But you see, Stalin died 53 and 56. The sort of realistic style was over. So actually, we have just the parking space straight ahead. So now we enter, yes, a very nice flat inside, yes, I can say true. And also, yes, with the decoration, the idea was in the ground floor to have the shops. So some of them, the shops, they were built, but had to be just fountain and place to relax. We have the parking space on the both sides. Oh, we have such a, and please look at the corner on the left side, in the narrow street. Oh, we have some statues. So we have not God, no goddess, like it was in the antique style, but we have just the workers, the miners, the peasants. Actually, Warsaw about 2 million inhabitants. We have a lot of students, so they have still holidays because our children and youth, they started primary and secondary school on the 1st of September. This year they got one more weekend, so they started on the 4th because the 4th was on Monday. So we have about 300,000 students. We have not far from here the technical high school. We have university, we have medical university, and of course musician university named after Frederick Chopin. In front of us, the interesting place, the greenery. In the 19th century, this part of the city belonged to the in front of us Union Square, old buildings, mostly built at the beginning of 20th century. That time, skyscrapers of the city. And the Gestapo was in the 2nd street on the left side. The street survived. The Gestapo was at the building of the Ministry of Education. After the war, again we had there the Ministry of Education. In a moment we shall stop. And I will invite you, yes, for the nice walk through the Łazienki Park, and I will tell you the history of the site, about the buildings we have inside. So please don't forget to take a whispers. Let's go straight ahead. The small square in front of the entrance, behind the lights, straight ahead.
Let me tell them. Eva, please switch off your...
Yes. Stay straight here, because you see we are not staying here. You go, yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, you will be walking about 40 minutes on foot through the park. So, and the bus won't be here. So
In the middle.
it will be somewhere else. You don't know where. So please stay with your guide, otherwise you do not find the bus. You walk through this beautiful park, take your cameras. I hope you can feed the squirrels.
A lot of elements of flowers, of flora. So we have trees, we have flowers. This is the willow tree, because tomorrow on the Mazovia you will see a lot of willow trees, also in Żelazowa Wola. Monument destroyed by Germans 1940, after the war, rebuilt, and that's a pity that we are living. We're staying longer in Warsaw. On Saturday, during the summertime, so still the end of...
You need a skateboard. Go.
On the right side, you have the Sheraton Hotel, the Rosa building, also 200 years old, Inside we have the Institute for the Blind People. So now we have on the right side the building. On the left side we have the Ministry of Developing. And slowly we are coming to the city center. We are coming to the palm tree, but this is the artificial palm tree. We are coming back to the Jerusalem Alley. At lights we turn right over the bridge over the Vistula River. You have in Washington White House. We have also White House. It will be on the right side. So we, the people from Warsaw, we use this name for the Communist Party as seat. Everything changed. Actually, they sell the Ferrari cars, yes, in the ground floor. Charles de Gaulle Monument and Charles de Gaulle Square. So just to have an impression how looks Vistula River in Warsaw. We go on the other side of the Vistula River. On the right side we have the two museums. First, this is National Museum, and the second one, Military Museum. This bridge originally was built in 1914. After 1 year destroyed by Russians as they escaped from Warsaw, rebuilt, destroyed again during the Second World War, and rebuilt again. So this is the longest bridge in the city, named after Prince Joseph Poniatowski, decorated with such a towers in New Renaissance style, and the coat of arms of Warsaw. We have the mermaid, and we shall meet mermaid on our way. We shall meet mermaid on the market square, and also on the shore of the Vistula River.
Тут нет реки. Я смотрю, мост без реки, что ли? Или есть?
Altogether, we have the 11 bridges in the city. On the left side, just only for the railways, and behind we have the hospitals, so very noisy. Nothing to do, you see, it's happened. So, and then quite new bridge, hanging bridge. And we drive, yes, not to use the same bridge, we drive also there.
Białystok. Тоже еврейский город.
And we name the street along the Vistula like Wisła Strada. And slowly. Look on the right side. Probably the architect was a little bit drunk. Look at the facade. Well, we have some offices inside, also the private apartments with the private beach, and on the both sides, Vistula River. Vistula River. We have the train, yes, to the suburbia.
Same river that I saw at Krakow.
Yes, in Krakow, yes, I told our people, yes, it's flowing from the south through our country. Then we turn to the right, yes, we have the street down. As I told you, this is the new stadium, 2012 horse ready. We use it not only for sport, but also we use, yes, for entertainments, concerts, as was Madonna in Poland. She was playing here. We use also for the fairs.
Madonna?
Yes, Madonna was here, yeah.
Not Matka Boska.
Not Matka Boska here. Not Matka Boska, yes. Yes, we see also the same, yes, Madonna. Look, the steel trees has broken after the last stormy weather.
Погода сегодня потрясающая, кстати.
Oh, Taverna Patris, so the Greek one. Is the donkey, Taverna Patris. And we drive straight ahead to the end and then to the left.
По-моему, они называют этот дворец.
Also on the right side, quite yes, on the right side we have this Nicolaus Copernicus Center, slowly please. Then we have the boulevards, and then we can see the royal castle with the red roof, and the shape one, this is the cathedral, the old town. So the boulevards we have quite new. They opened this part this year. And then in a moment now we turn to the left. So we have at the shore on the left side the mermaid statue. We have the copy of this monument, yes, and also the picture of Krystyna Krachelska and the Warsaw Uprising Museum. There's such a fountain, green area, and entrance to the second line metro. We have in Warsaw only two lines. One, the first from south to north, and the second under the Vistula River. So here we have also the entrance. Letter P with anchors, so fighting Poland from the Second World War. On this territory on the right side we have ruins of electric power station, yes, they were fighting inserted for this building. And the name of the district along Vistula, Polish po Wiśle, so along Vistula. So the down part, yes, we have like a fortress. Then from the 17th century we have the facade, Ostrowski Palace, and quite modern inside. And also inside we have the National Institute of Frederick Chopin. Behind the building on the slope we have the Musician University, the modern building. To the right and then to the left, to the main street. Also on our way some old buildings which survived Second World War, and we'll pass also the hospital for our children. So in front of us at the corner the new part, from the other side the old part. Dziecko is child. Warszawski Szpital dla Dzieci. Warsaw Hospital for Children. Easy Polish language.
Для нас точно easy.
I'm sorry, but always at the weekend, yes, the most beautiful part of the royal route is closed just as for money in our pockets. On the left side again, money, money, money. This is the Polish National Bank, also with the Polish flags and letter P. The building, the modern building, this was before the war the highest building in the city. Prudential Insurance, and we have on the left side square to commemorate Warsaw Uprising. There we have also the oldest shop with sweets, Bedel Factory Shop. In a moment on the left side will be the building in the past belonging to the credit society, yes? So the people, they got the money in a classical style, but they left the part as the ruins on the left side. At the corner actually we have the ethnographical museum inside, so look here. They left so just to commemorate how it was destroyed. And behind this building on the left side we have the big evangelic church, second half 18th century, destroyed, rebuilt. Great acoustic. If they are playing mass of Mozart, they are playing at this church. And also young Frederick was playing there in front of Tsar, and he got the diamond ring from Tsar. The next building in the classical style, this is the National Gallery. And then we have the square named after Marshal Piłsudski, and on the left side we have the Saxon Garden, and under the arcades of Saxon Palace we have the tomb of the unknown soldier. Very slowly, and then to the left. Ladies and gentlemen, we turn to the left, but straight ahead, at the end, we have the church. Visit Nuns Church. At this church, the young Chopin was playing organ, because at the Saxon Palace it was the secondary schools, so as they moved from Żelazowa Wola, and also the family Chopin was living. So for the pupils from the school, the Holy Mass on Sunday was at the church over there, yeah? Also original was not destroyed. On the right side, the building, this is the part of the Ministry of Defense. Again, on the right side, you have the monument to commemorate Marshal Piłsudski, tomb of the unknown soldier with the guards and the fire, and the cross to commemorate our Pope, as he was the first time in Poland, 1979, as the Pope, of course. So we celebrate Holy Mass as he died too on the square. The modern architecture, offices inside, Metropolitan. And then quite on the right side you have the Bristol Hotel, behind Presidential Palace, and the palace just in the street. This is the biggest stage in Europe. 1,500 people we can have here there. If they are playing Carmen, we have the horses on the stage. On the right side, ballet school, and we turn to the left. In a moment, you will see the main entrance to the opera house with the beautiful facade decorated with columns and quadriga on the top. For Pietro Square on the left side. Opposite opera house, so we have the wide building rebuilt after the war. Before the war and during the war, we had the town hall inside. Actually, we have the banks and the small palace, Plank Palace, the yellow building. So we turn to the left. In a moment, you will see the main entrance to the opera house. And on our way to Ghetto, so we will be there in 5 minutes. So first, ladies and gentlemen, I will take you, yes, to the building of the museum to give you a chance, yes, give you 15 minutes time to use the restrooms, and then I will continue just telling you about the ghetto, about the Jewish people and the uprising in Ghetto 43. Prosto, straight. So the opera house is on the left side statue. This is the father of the Polish opera, Moniuszko. On the right side we have also National Theatre and father of the Polish theatre, Bogusławski. Main entrance beautifully decorated. In the classical style, we have two types. The small one we have seen in Łazienki, and the huge one from 19th century. On the right side, one more Catholic church, St. Andreas. On our way, we have one more Catholic church on the left side, Franciscan church, and one palace more, Blue Palace. Especially our guests will visit today in the afternoon. We now remember, please, about the Blue Palace connected with the King August II, the strong one. Also, we have actually the seat of the Jewish theater in the building on the left side. And we are going to the Bank Square. Again, works of Antonio Corazzi. Two palaces, the first bank, the first stock exchange. Actually, inside we have the In the museum we have the exhibition gallery and also the site for the Chopin concerts. And in two palaces we have the town hall of Warsaw. So again on the top we have the Polish flag.
Louis.
Tram is coming. So we have tram. On the left side is standing, yes, our poet, Julius Słowacki. It was trio, Słowacki, Mickiewicz, and Krasiński. In a moment will be entrance to the town hall on the left side. And on the right side is a just skyscraper, the blue one. But I will come to this side being in the ghetto, because here was standing the great synagogue, destroying as the symbol as the Germans defeated uprising in ghetto in 43. The colors of Warsaw, yellow, red. And we enter the district Murano. On the right side we have the museum, archaeological museum. Before it was, yes, arsenal, so just they kept the weapons there. And one work more of Antonio Corazzi, this palace, the headquarters of police. We turn the first street to the left. On the right side, among trees, we have the monument to commemorate Battle for Monte Cassino, May 1944. General Anders, so so the street named after him. Novolipki, yes, Novolipki. The sisters from Novolipkia, Novolipie, it was the name of the village. They were first the sisters, they moved, yes, here to Warsaw. Novolipie, Novolipki. So we are in the former ghetto area.
My final
Ladies and gentlemen, in a moment we shall stop. We have in the museum the security control. So please leave, yes, the big bags here on the coach, it's everything safety. Toilets are free of charge, and then I will tell you some about the monuments and we return to our coach. Wish students and people, so they are obliged to come, yes, to Poland just one in the life. So on the left side we have this monument, like a big a gas chamber on the cattle wagon, and then gravestone. Yes, over we have the broken tree. Because going to the Jewish cemetery, you have no faces of the people. Yes, we have only, yes, the symbols. And the fallen trees, it means the people, they died, yes, some just, yes, by accident or were murdered. And then on the wall we have just the surnames, alphabetic, from A, from Annabelle, till Jet, till Janetta. We can move a little bit, yes, there, over there, so now we can see it better. And ladies and gentlemen, two buildings on the both sides of the street survived, because it was part of the street they closed and made the square for overloading. And then before two buildings in front of us, between two buildings they built additional part of wall. On the left side was the hospital, Jewish hospital, and on the right side SS Commando. This is the same shape of the street as it was before, because as they rebuilt totally and built the new here residential district, they used the old names, but not on the same side. Okay, we can drive. So the second monument we will see on our way in a moment. It will be this to commemorate the Polish citizens murdered in the east, and also we have the third one, the huge one, commemorating Warsaw uprising. The people from Warsaw, the insurgents, the soldiers, they were waiting for their own monument. 45 years, and for museum 60. Actually, we have just a small group, less than 1,000. The commander, General Ścieborylski, this year 100 years old. So as we celebrated the anniversary on the 1st of August, she told the farewell speech to us. We are crying, believe me, yes, because just looking at the men, yes, they were. And here very slowly, yeah. So we have the sleepers with the names. We have Vorkuta. We have the other sides, yes. The people they were working at the salt mines, at the coal mines, then also on the fields. A lot of them died on the way because they were put on the cattle wagons. On the left side, one more Catholic church and monastery. They heal the people with the herbs, yes, of herbal treatment we have. And then in a moment on the right side will be the Chinese embassy. So on the right side we have the former ghetto area, on the left side the new town, New Warsaw, erected in 15th century. But only the part was rebuilt, only the old town was totally rebuilt. And then we have the Supreme Court in front of us, very modern building, decorated with the columns. We have, yes, the Nipra, the symbol of justice, and then the Roman law. So in a moment we enter the square named after noble family Krasiński. On the right side it will be Krasiński Palace, built by Tillman from Gameren, the end of 17th century. Actually, as rebuilt, we have the National Library, the old manuscripts, we have the Pegasus horses, and we should stop between two lanterns, yes? We have sign, yes, forbidden to turn to the left.
Ewa, zapomnij, my wychodzimy pod mostem.
Tak, pamiętam.
Dobrze.
We shall stop just for a moment here. On the left side, you will see the monument to commemorate also uprising, two parts. The huge one, they are fighting in the city. You can see home army soldiers, insurgents in helmet, also civils, also nurses, and columns decorated, yes, with a letter P with anchors fighting Poland, and on the columns as the names of the groups they were fighting. And the second part, that's a pity, it's not exactly to see. This is the entrance to the sewage. The original was here on the right side, because as they were surrounded by Germans, there was no chance to escape through the streets. If the people left in the old town, new town, they were murdered. The same happened to the people they were at hospitals. The nurses, doctors, and the people they were in the, because it was just such a. 12 yes, we have the clock tower, we have the royal castle in the first floor. It was the Parliament House, and we continue. We go close to the cathedral, to the market square, to the market.
אוויר הרים צלול כיין, וריח אורנים, נישא ברוח הערביים עם כל פעמונים. ובתרדמת אילן ואבן, שבויה בחלומה, העיר אשר בדד יושבת, ובליבה ושל נחושת ושל אור, הלא לכל שירה ושל נחושת ושל אור, הלא לכל שירייך אני כינור. אך בבואי היום לשיר אלך ולך לקשור כתרים, קטונתי מצעיר בנייך ומאחרוני המשוררים. כי שמך צורבת השפתיים, כי נשיקת שרף, אם אשכחך ירושלים אשר כולה זהב. ירושלים של זהב ושל נחושת ושל אור, הלא לכל שירייך אני כינור. ירושלים של זהב ושל נחושת ושל אור, הלא לכל שירייך אני כינור. חזרנו אל בורות המים, לשוק ולכיכר, שופר קורא בהר הבית, בעיר העתיקה. ובמערות אשר בסלע, אלפי שמשות זורחות, נשוב נרד אל ים המלח בדרך יריחו. ירושלים של זהב ושל נחושת ושל אור, הלא לכל שירייך אני כינור. ירושלים של זהב ושל נחושת ושל אור, הלא לכל שירייך אני
Вот мы идем. Ань, посмотри сюда. Крупная такая.
Как всегда, вот именно. Сколько раз просила. Крупно не делала.
Но зато ты сможешь это самое. Куда это мы пришли? А, это где пироги дают польские. Пирожки. А ну пустите нас на пирожки.
German captured German.
They built Russians.
So they brought contractors here just to build this.
Oh, we are leaving the old town again. On the right side we have the rebuilt royal castle, Sigismund Column, the symbol of Warsaw. On the left side we have the St. Anne Church. One more we will see also in Wilanów, because for many years Wilanów was outside the city. It's situated, yes, from the city center, yes, it's 8 miles, so it's really far away. And it was also very, very good during the war, because as Warsaw was so destroyed, the palace in Wilanów survived. So you will see the original Baroque palace from 17th century. Again, the Nike statue on the left side.
Новолипки опять, смотри. Здрасте.
Налевки.
А вообще да. Я что-то Новолипки увидел.
On the left side, between the trams lines, we have one palace more, belonged in the past to the famous noble family from Lithuania, Radziwiłł. You remember the sister of Jacqueline Kennedy married to the right and to the square on the left, yes? No? So it was the same, this noble family. Well, on the left side, at the corner, the old building, it was the Jewish library. Actually, inside, we have the Jewish Historical Institute. And we turn again to the left, yes, to be on the bank square. Statue we have in Warsaw, this is the copy of the American one. So in a moment, I will show you, because you see we have to just to drive, not we can't stop there, but it will be on the right side.
For the concert tonight, it's right here at this corner. This is the town hall, the bank square. It used to be the National Bank. Here in the corner, it used to be to the right.
Just to say excuse, yes, I'm sorry.
Square, and to the right.
I'm not a slave, yes, I inform the travel agents
Go here to the right. and
that
then
make the stress, yes. So Blue Palace on the left side, so I will tell more in Milano. Then Saxon Garden on the left, and a little bit slowly. And now, ladies and gentlemen, on the right side, it will be Lubomirski Palace, and in front of this palace we have Tadeusz Kościuszko monument. Now we have, yes, the flowers, like a poppy, and over there on the right side. Oh, you can see a little bit? Over there is standing, yeah? This is Tadeusz Kościuszko, the hero of two nations. So we turn into the Grzybowska Street. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to say thank you to this group which will stay at the hotel. All the best to you. Thanks a lot for the attention. I do hope, yes, it was just the first introduction to our capital, to our city, this really hero of the cities, yeah, because as I told you, the half of the inhabitants were murdered or died during the Second World War. Yeah. Again, we have the downtown, we have this Golden Terraces Mall, then we have main railway station, Marriott Hotel, and down we have the Jerusalem Alley with this artificial palm trim at the end, yeah? On the right side, we have that part, the oldest part of the medical university and the first hospital from 19th century. Ministry of the Communication on the left side. we can say that this part of the city belonging to army, no? Because in a moment, now on the left side we have the technical high school, and the next building on the left side, this is the Ministry of Defense, built before the war, and they built also very clever the houses for soldiers, yes, for workers, yes. What's going on? Understand me. Hello?
Я сегодня столько наснимал видео, ты знаешь. Мне кажется, это все будет интересно потом смотреть очень. Может быть, даже не кому-то, а нам с тобой точно.
On the right side, we have the new building of the National Library. Lights, and we turn to the left. We turn to the left, and in a moment you will see the Rosa building with the very interesting roof, yes? Like pyramid, yeah? This is also before the war was built. This is the seat of the High School of Commerce. Oh, students club on the left side. And we were in the morning, yes? Do you remember this modern building? And then we went to Łazienki Park, but from the other side. Union Square, and no more. It's to the right. The Sting Church, Evangelic one.
Yeah, you may as well sit here. Same price. Там проехать невозможно, ужас.
Please keep to the left. Because we turn to the left. Okay, we are lucky. We have the green one.
Every traffic light, it's red. Maybe.
No chance for us. Up today they built, because as I remember, we had here fields, meadows, and small gardens here on the right side.
Чё? Датчики.
It's amazing how green is everything.
Гора Кальвария.
Yes, in July, August, we had just mixed weather. Very hot or rain for some days, but heavy rain. So still we have yes green trees.
Right.
In a moment will be summer over. It will come autumn and winter. The time is running so quickly.
You're right.
Yeah.
But in autumn it is probably also very beautiful. With all
Normally, before, as I was young, we had like in United States, we have the Indian summer, also the same with the beautiful colors. But in the last years, it was so dry. Then September, no leaves, no colors.
Мы там проезжали, видел, как там был указатель гора Кильвария. Это небольшое местечко под Варшавой, где родился Вольф Мессинг. В кино вот в этом это хорошо показано. Перерывы. Вот делаю перерыв.
Zatem, szanowni panowie, kto ma wziąć dowodzenie nad zjednoczonymi wojskami?
Lepiej zamiast wasze bajetanki opowiadali. Z tego jesteście znani, że w większości to bitwy przegrane.
dziewczyno, czy byś chciała jechać z nami? Może z liści spadających ci powróży wiatr cygański, kompan wierny nasz podróży. Zanim ślady nasze wiatr nam pozasnuwa, opowiemy wam, kochani, jak tam u nas jest. U nas wiele i niewiele, bo w sam raz. U nas czerwień, u nas zieleń, cień i blask. U nas błękit, u nas fiolet, u nas dole i niedole, ale zawsze kolorowo jest wśród nas. U nas błękit, u nas fiolet, u nas dole i niedole, ale zawsze kolorowo jest wśród nas. Dam daram ti do daj, dam daram ti do daj, dam daram ti do darum dara daj daj daj, dam daram ti do daj, dam daram ti do daj, dam daram ti do darum dara daj daj daj. No i pojechała z nami na kraj świata. Wiatr warkoczy jej rozplatał i zaplatał, i zbierała dzikie wina, leśne piki, i bywała, gdzie rodziły się muzyki. I odwiedza teraz z nami leśne kraje, i kolory szarym ludziom darmo daje dziś. Weźcie wiele i niewiele, bo w sam raz. Komu czerwień, komu zieleń, cień i blask. Komu błękit, komu fiolet, komu dole i niedole, i pojedzie z cyganami w czarny las. Komu błękit, komu fiolet, komu dole i niedole, i pojedzie z cyganami w czarny las. Dam daram ti do daj, dam daram ti do daj, dam daram ti do darum dara daj daj daj, dam daram ti do daj, dam daram ti do daj, dam daram ti do darum dara daj daj daj. Jadą wozy kolorowe taborami. Ech, dziewczyno, czy byś chciała jechać z nami? Może z liści spadających ci powróży wiatr cygański, kompan wierny nasz podróży. Zanim ślady nasze wiatr nam pozasnuwa, opowiemy wam, kochani, jak tam u nas jest. U nas wiele i niewiele, bo w sam raz. U nas czerwień, u nas zieleń, cień i blask. U nas błękit, u nas fiolet, u nas dole i niedole, ale zawsze kolorowo jest wśród nas. U nas błękit, u nas fiolet, u nas dole i niedole, ale zawsze kolorowo jest wśród nas.
Opowiadałam, bo ja mam gości ze Stanów, że bardzo piękna aktywność muzeum, że właśnie macie teatr, przedstawienia, wszystko się dzieje.
No to żywa prawda.
Żywa prawda.
Having a little dance.
Nie bój się.
Zapraszamy. Nie.
Proszę podać. Trochę kucnę to już.
Dobrze?
Na taką królówką nalałem. Tak?
O, dziękujemy pięknie. Dziękujemy.
A ja jak się wolno pije.
Aha, jak się pije. Och, jaka piękna.
Ja mam trochę.
Państwo, witamy
They are
serdecznie Państwa.
royalty. Everything always the Praga district. And we drive on the right side. I hope we can. On the left side, we have the monument to commemorate our pilots. Here, in the year 1929, was the first airport. And then we turn the main street to the right. Project of Daniel Liebeskind, and on the right side again the Ministry of Defense, built before the war, they used up to date, and on the left side residential part, yes, for the army, for the officers, under officers, for generals we have villa. And on the right side, the part of the Technical High School Polytechnica.
Tumbala, 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 speel balalaika, tumbala laika, speel balalaika, tumbala la. Steeka boeger, die Tracht, Tracht, geen Tracht, a ganze Nacht. Wenn man sie nehmen, ihn nicht verschämen, wenn man sie nehmen, ihn nicht verschämen. Tumbala, tumbala, tumbala. Balalaika, tumbalalaika, spiel balalaika, tumbalala. Mädel, Mädel, ich will bei der Fregel, wo's kann wachsen, wachsen und regen, wo's kann brennen, in et auf Herren, wo's Muskeln, Bänken, Beinen und Rehren.
Tumbala, tumbala, tumbalalaika.
Tumbalala, tumbalala, tumbalala.
Spilbalalaika, tumbalalaika.
Spilbalalaika, tumbalala. Narischer Bucher, wo darfst du fragen? A Stein kann wachsen, wachsen und regen. Liebe kann brennen, ich mit euch kennen. Herz kann wenken, weinen und drehen. Tumbala, tumbala, tumbalaika. Tumbala, tumbala, tumbalala. Spielbalalaika, tumbalalaika. Spielbalalaika, tumbalala. Spielbalalaika, tumbalalaika. Spielbalala. Tum